Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Oh, we got a house full this morning. We're here to talk about Alzheimer's awareness, with this month being Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Everybody, we're just going to go around the table. Everybody introduce yourselves, starting with Rachel.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Dixon, and I am playing Beneatha in the wonderful play we're going to talk about today, the 8th day of the week. And this is the cast, but we are missing two folks, so I don't want to be sure to include them. We love them too.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm Joyce Anastasia Murray. I play Medea.
My name is Tanner Ellis. I play the role of Billy.
And my name is Robert Marshall. I play the role of Julius.
Now, so this piece here, this play, is give us a brief synopsis of it. Who wants to go first?
Okay.
Rachel.
Sure. This is a piece that focuses on the family that has the matriarch experiencing symptoms of dementia and how the dynamics of this experience plays out amongst the family. There are 3 children and mama, and then there's a significant other who is with us in the story.
Okay.
And leave anything out, guys?
So does anyone have firsthand experience with dealing with a family relative when it comes to dementia or Alzheimer's, or just little small onsets of the disease taking over the brain?
It's not a family member, a blood family, but I have a friend whose husband has Alzheimer's, and I've been observing him over the years. I mean, he was a very vibrant, engaging, very social person, and then as time has gone on, little by little, he made those changes of being a little forgetful here and there, and then he started retreating within himself. He and he's now, I go visit with my friend periodically now, and he's at the point now he doesn't speak anymore, and he is in a world of his own. Every now and then he may say something. When we went not too long ago, his wife asked him if he knew who she was, and he said, "You're you." And but he's very he's gotten you have to engage him now, and physically he's doing great, but the dementia has taken its toll.
It's so sad.
Yeah, and then my mother shows symptoms of the onset of dementia, not far along, but she had a bout with breast cancer not too long ago, and that kind of accelerated, the effects of it. So it's nothing major now. She may forget, small things here or there. She may forget that something is cooking on the stove, something like that, little small things. But I'm thankful that my father is a minister and my mother is a minister's wife. So she studies her word every day. So I think about in the future that even if she does forget certain things, if she remembers to get up every day and study the word, I think she'll be all right. She may forget maybe our names at some point one day, but if she can remember and hold on to that, I think we'll be all right.
And I've heard that brain activity, keeping your brain trained, or things like reading and things of that nature, kind of helps combat the disease a little. I know you all are actors, like no one here has.
We did do a lot of research, and we had a dramaturg on the project who was a great source of information. And in fact, we talked a lot about the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's. And
Can you explain that, please, Rachel?
I think I can.
Okay.
Alzheimer's is a form of dementia, but not all dementia is Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Alzheimer's is just one form. You can have Alzheimer's that stems from that affects different parts of the brain than Alzheimer's does. So executive functioning could go away, and you still remember the things that we are familiar with that you forget with Alzheimer's. So you might remember things, but then you can't process information as well and make good decisions. You could have a neuro body form of dementia that is different than memory loss. So,
okay.
And with that said, forgot the question.
Oh no.
So thinking about Alzheimer's and dementia.
The difference. Do we know what the do we know how it happens? Does anyone know how?
I actually
Why is it that some elders will have small onsets of it, and
Others
some
don't.
elders they don't experience anything at all?
And also, it's not just elderly.
Oh, really? So this
Because
is Alzheimer's and dementia is not an elderly
it may
disease.
affect somebody at an earlier age.
Like earlier as
I'm not sure what.
like 40.
It's unusual, but yes.
Wow.
Yes. While I was visiting my friend's husband, I met another gentleman, and I just heard yesterday that he's since passed on. But he seemed to be in his early 50s. And he was, I'm not sure, I didn't get to talk to his wife, so I don't know when it actually started with him. But he was fairly young, and he was toward the ending stage where he wasn't speaking, and he was totally within himself.
Alzheimer's is much more prevalent, twice as prevalent in the African American community as other ethnic groups. There is no clear explanation why. There right now is no legislation or push to find out why. So no, there is no clear understanding about how it begins. There is some understanding that, like you mentioned, if you keep the brain active, it is a muscle like the rest of your body.
Right.
And if you keep it engaged and processing information, that onset is delayed if it's going to happen.
Sure.
Talking to the gentleman who's the lead person at our Alzheimer's Association here was saying last week that they do know that hearing loss is one of the things that propels Alzheimer's to have a statistically more prevalent possibility of happening. So if you have elders or not elders, like Joyce just mentioned, who have hearing loss, to have that checked out, because they know that propels folks into Alzheimer's that much sooner.
Wow. You listen to Access Houston. We're talking to Rachel Dixon and the cast of, what is it, Beneath?
Beneatha is my character's name, and this is the name of the play.
Okay, Beneatha. Okay.
Eighth day
of the week. 8th day of the week. Let's talk about the play a little bit. Tell me about your character there.
Well,
Tom.
I'm Billy. I'm the son of Beneatha and the grandson of Madeir. And so I would say he's the misunderstood 21-year-old. He's still living at home. I don't want to give away too much about the story of the play, but he just finds himself with conflict with, I guess, some of his family members. And
it sounds like a typical 21-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically. Yes.
So there's just some layers on him.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. And I'm Julius, so I play the boyfriend of Beneatha. The thing I like most about my character is I like to say that when the playwright wrote this particular character, he was thinking about the return of romance. So Julius courts Beneatha, which is something that, which is an old school term and doesn't happen, much these days. But he genuinely courts Beneatha, and it's a very nice thing to see on stage, because, like I said, it's not very prevalent these days.
Yeah, nice. Rachel, can you talk about Beneatha?
Sure. Beneatha is the sandwich generation caregiver to Madeir and to her son, Billy.
Now, when you say sandwich generation.
Right. So there is the population of folks right now, especially with baby boomers reaching their 70s or so.
Right.
There's the generation, there are children who are taking care of them and taking care of teenage children all at the same time.
Okay.
So that whole dynamic of being in the middle there and having to manage both the teen world or the youthful world and an elderly parent. Benita is doing that.
Mm.
And fortunate to have the distraction, if you will, of her significant boo, Julius.
Uh-huh.
but really, he comes in and becomes a part of the fabric of what's happening with the family. So Benita is there to take care of him. We do have a sister. Billy is my grandson, and my sister and brother are not here today, the actors who play them. One is a doctor who comes in and manages things.
Uh-huh.
And the younger sister who is how would you guys describe her? She's
She's that
Little-
fun aunt.
Yeah, the fun
The
aunt, a
fun
bit of a
aunt.
rebel,
The fun aunt.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A
Yeah.
rebel.
I know.
rebel.
Okay, this sounds
She's
like
the
real
one who-
family dynamics
She
here.
doesn't court. She just kind of roll with
Oh,
it.
okay.
He outside honking at the curb, and I'm going. So
Okay.
definitely real family dynamics. What
Mm-hmm.
happens when your mother, your grandmother,
Mhm.
has this issue, and how is the family, or how are the siblings going to manage it? And then where do caregivers like Benita get relief from? That can be from the marriage situation, but just having space to deal with it, and the way you deal with it is what we see very well done in this piece.
Wow. And Joyce, can you talk about Merdia?
Well, Madeira is very much into her family. As her illness progresses, she is living in the past a lot, because her husband has, passed on like 2 years ago, which was just the love of her life and the rock of their family. And now that he's gone, everybody's having to regroup. But she still hangs on to all those wonderful memories with him.
Nice. It sounds like
and in fact is still taking care of her family as much as she can without him. But I have a photograph of him that I keep near me,
okay.
so that I
It
can
helps remind you.
Mhm.
Oh yes, and it's as if he's not away.
Yeah. Oh man, it sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds great. 8th day of the week, which is running now through April 15th at the historic Ensemble Theatre. As a matter of fact, I have got some tickets. So let's see. How many pairs do we have,
4
Rachel?
sets of 2.
Okay, so I've got 4 sets. So listen here. If you are listening right now, the first 4 people who shoot me a direct message on Instagram at KG Smooth, do that this morning. The first 4, I've got these pair of tickets for you to check out the 8th day of the week, which will be tonight, 7:30 at the Ensemble Theatre. So DM me at KG Smooth, and for tonight's performance at the Ensemble, you will be at 8th day of the week.
Yes.
And the show is going to be running through April 15th. Last Saturday, had the opportunity to come and see you guys before this this interview right here, but I had car trouble, so I wasn't even able to make it. So yeah, so I hope so I'll be there tonight.
Oh,
No,
good.
don't worry about that. So I will be there tonight, Sunday, at the Ensemble Theater, 8th day of the week.
Sounds like you needed an 8th day of the week.
Yeah, yes, I mean, I was still high off of my Dancing with the Houston Stars win, and then my car wants to act up and say, "Hey, we want to take some money out your pocket real quick. I need this fixed over here." But it's all good. But thank you all for coming through on the program to talk about Alzheimer's, with April being Alzheimer Awareness Month. So 8th day of the week running at the Ensemble is very timely.
Eileen J. Morris, who is the artistic director of the Ensemble
Hey,
Theater,
Miss
did an
Eileen.
excellent job selecting this play for the season, giving the Ensemble Theater an opportunity to focus on health issues that are important to discuss in the African American community.
Yes.
So don't miss it if you can. Come out to see 8th day of the week, and you'll get to find out what 8th day of the week means.
More importantly. So yeah, I'm excited to see this dramedy. I'm imagining that it's a dramedy,
Yes,
like it's
exactly
drama
what it
and,
is.
and comedy, just by feeling you guys'
Oh yeah,
energy.
you will leave feeling uplifted and inspired.
Okay, well, I already do. So thank you all for coming on the program,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
and thank you for listening to Access Houston.